Okay guys, welcome back to another video. So let us just quickly run through this drawing right here. So they've given us this drawing in first angle projection. So just as usual, I explained it in the last video that this symbol here means symmetry, meaning that you're meant to draw this as a full shape, not as a half shape. The reason why they gave it to you like this is either they wanted to test you, or they wanted they wanted to save space. So they either wanted to test you, or they either wanted to test you. So that's why they gave you half of the shape. So you're actually meant to draw it as a full shape and not as a half shape, like this that I just drew here. So let's get into the drawing now. So I'll just erase all of this first. Then I'll then go to SolidWorks, start up a 3D drawing. We're going to do this very fast because I already explained the majority of the things here. The only thing you'll be learning today is how to draw an ellipse. So first of all, where's our A? Our A is right there. Our A is right here. Our A is right here. That's the origin. So let us start with the top view, because we want to start. So they gave us the drawing in first angle projection, meaning that this is the front view and this is the top view. So let us start by drawing on the top plane, because we want to start with drawing the top view first. So we'll start by drawing the top view. So we want to click on the ellipse tool to start drawing an ellipse. So you just go over to sketch. After you have selected your front plane, you go over to sketch. Let me just show you how to select the front plane again, because for those that don't understand how to do that. So we'll just go to sketch here, then we'll click on sketch again, then you select the top plane. Then now you want to draw the ellipse, so you just go over here to the sketch tools, then you select the drop down here, then you click on ellipse. Then you want to draw out the ellipse you want, and stop here. Just click outside. After you have drawn it to this level, just click here now. Then now you can then rotate the ellipse however you want it. But we want our ellipse to be horizontal, so escape and start again. So we'll click on this origin, not the origin. You want to start our ellipse. You don't want our ellipse to be in the origin, so we'll just start somewhere outside here. Then we'll make sure that it stops at a 90 degree. Yeah. So we'll stop here. Then we'll then draw out the ellipse like this. So now we can start dimensioning the ellipse. So on the right hand side of our screen, we can see the dimensions for the ellipse. Here, this one here represents the horizontal dimensions for the ellipse, while this one here represents the vertical dimensions for the ellipse. So as you can see from the symbol here, the symbol here represents the radius of the horizontal axis of the ellipse, while this one is the radius of the vertical axis of the. I don't know how to explain it, but the symbol should be looking convincing enough to tell you what it means. So the horizontal dimension of the ellipse is what from the diagram they gave us from here to here as 130. 130 divided by 2 is what? That should give you about 65. So put that there. If you don't even have to, if you don't want to start calculating, you can also do 1030/2. That's 130 divided by 2. That's 65. So you just click on enter there and it give you the 65. So the vertical dimension is what? They give us from here to here as 76. As remember, I told you it's a full ellipse. That's why they're already giving you the dimension of the vertical. That means from the toppermost part in the vertical axis to the bottommost part of it. They're giving it to you as 76. As I told you, it's a full drawing. If it was not a full drawing, they would have just given you the distance from here to here, half of it, if they wanted. If they even wanted to confuse you, they would have done it like that. But you're still meant to draw it as a full drawing. So they gave us 76. 76 divided by 2 is what? Instead of us using our head calculator, we can also do 76/2. That should be 38. Yeah. So now we have dimensioned the ellipse now. We can just close this panel here by clicking on that check mark. So now we need to position our ellipse in where it's meant to be. So as you can see, the origin is here at this point. The origin is meant to be here, not here. So we'll just while pressing Control, as we did in the last video, while pressing Control, you just click on that point. and then click on the origin here. While still pressing Control to select the two of them. As you can see right now, we've selected three things. We've both selected the ellipse, the origin, and that point. But now I want to remove this ellipse. So we'll just click on this ellipse here, ellipse 1, and click on delete on our keyboard to remove that. But if you cannot press delete, all you can just do is to right click on it, then you can just press delete. Now we have it like this. So what I'm meant to do is not giving us the options we want, so we'll just close this, then try that again. By pressing Control, you click on it, then click on the origin, and now it's giving us the options we need. So we'll add the relation as coincidence, so that the 2 points can meet at the same point. So yeah, so we'll then click on OK. So now it has moved our ellipse to the origin now. So now we can click on F to bring it close to our screen. So now we have done the ellipse now. So let us extrude the ellipse. So from the front view, they are showing us that the ellipse goes like this. Remember, we're drawing on the top plane. As you can see, we're drawing on the top plane. This is the front view here. We're not drawing on the front view, we're drawing on the top plane. So we're starting with the top view first, because we need to achieve the ellipse first. So we're starting with the top view. So let us extrude the top view up. Extrude the top view up. This ellipse now we've drawn, let us extrude it up 20 centimeters up. So before we then draw this circle inside, then extrude it up from that ellipse 25. Yeah, so let us start with the ellipse first, which has an extrusion of 20. So we'll just click on features and click on extrude brush as glaze, and we want to extrude the ellipse up. As you can see, it's already up. If you put the front view up, it's meant to go up like this. Yeah, up, not under. If it's under, it will be like this. This is not what you want. You want this up. So yeah, so the extrusion is what, 20. The thickness of the extrusion is 20. So we'll just click on 20 here, then press enter. Yeah, and now we can accept it. No need to select contours here, because we're already selecting the whole thing. We didn't create any hole that we need to select, so we'll just click on it like that. Click on it. And yeah, that is the ellipse. So now it's not remaining for us to draw this circle on top, then extrude it 25 centimeters up. So to draw that circle, we'll just go back to the top view and click on this sketch here. Once you click on it to show that thing, just click on sketch. Or rather, if you're finding it hard to click it, you can just go back. So let me go back. So now I'm back like this. So all you can just do is just click on this Y axis here. So to bring it to bring the top view for you. So you can just click on F. Okay, it's already in the center of our screen. So we'll go to sketch now and start drawing that circle. So I cannot select circle. I have to search it now. I have to search it. So I'll just click search for circle and click here. Then the way I did that right now is because normally I can just go here and click circle, but right now there's something covering my screen that I cannot select the circle, so I have to search it. I have to use another method to get the circle. So I'll just click on S on my keyboard so that this dialog will show. Then I'll then search for circle. Click on that circle. And now I want to draw on this. Telling us to select the sketch plane. The sketch plane will be blah blah blah. All this thing just say all this. The thing that I'm just saying here is that you should select where you want to start drawing from, where you want to draw on. So I want to draw on the top view. So I'll just click here. Then now make sure to rotate so that you see where you're drawing on. Okay, yeah, we're drawing on the top part of this drawing. Wait, so I'm seeing a mistake. We extruded our drawing downwards instead of up. So let's go back. As you can see, the origin. See where the origin is, guys. See where our origin is. Okay, our origin is actually under. Wow. I almost went back. So yeah, let us continue. Let us start drawing that circle. I thought our origin was somewhere up here instead of down there. So let us draw that circle on top. So we'll search for that circle again. Click on that. And I want to draw on this face. So I'll just click on it. And I want to click on escape. And I want to draw the circle. Sorry. Sorry. I want to search for circle. So I'll search for circle. select this face that I want to draw on, then click on escape, select circle again. Select circle. Yes, this circle I want to draw. So I'll click on the y-axis so it will give me the top. Then now I want to select the center of this ellipse. How can I find the center? I can find the center by going here. Don't click there, just hover over it. And now I can now see the center. So now I can then draw the circle out from that center and press escape, stop drawing circle. Then now let us dimension the circle. So they give us the diameter of the circle as 64. Remember that this symbol here means diameter. This symbol means diameter. So click on smart dimension. Click on smart dimension. Then I'll then dimension it and give it a diameter of 64. And click on enter. So now what's remaining? The last thing that we can do, we are meant to do now, is to extrude out that circle. So as you can see, if you rotate it, the circle is actually meant to come out. So we have to extrude it. So extrude brush as base. How far should it come out? Right now it's coming out 20 centimeters. The extrusion dimension is 20 centimeters. But no, that's not what we want. We want it to be what? 25 from the drawing. It's going to be 25. So we'll just click on 25 there. Click on enter. And we'll check our front view to see if it's correct. Yes, it's meant to be coming out like this, not under. If you click under like this, it will come out like this. But that is not what we want. We want it like this. So yes, and we'll then accept it. And that is all for the video. That is all for the video. This is the shape they're telling you to produce. If you check the top view, is what we should have, but they gave us half, so half of it should look like this. Then if you check the front view, which is the Z, half of it should look, this is how it should look like. And you can see that's what is in the drawing. This line that is in the middle is just a construction line. Any dotted line you see in your drawing sheets, like in the drawing they gave you, just a construction line. So that is everything for the video. And thank you guys for watching. Good night.